All systems go. Cleared for takeoff.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the SHIPIT Nation PGA First Look. We're talking the 3M Open this week. It's one of these events where it's not a strong field coming off a major, but we'll break it all down. I mean, the pricing on some of these guys a little bit of sticker shock for sure, but again, it's all relative to the field. The Open Championship last week, pretty successful for myself and a lot of members over at SHIPITNation.com. Brian Harmon obviously getting the win. That was very cool to see. Rory top 10 range, John Rahm top 10, Scotty Scheffler kind of having his first, not, I guess you could say down week. He did make a little bit of a push on Sunday to get up the leaderboard, but Brian Harmon dominated the entire event, which pretty surprising. Made it pretty anticlimactic, but it is what it is. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to all the winners at SHIPIT Nation, our members. Big week for those guys. So congratulations, everyone. This one, like I said, a weak field, and the pricing on some of these guys stands out. And it's like, man, do you want to pay some of these price tags? We'll go through it all and kind of figure it out and see what we can digest and learn from the pricing. This is strictly going to be, pricing related, just first look. Then tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, myself and Tambo will be breaking it down tier by tier, talking about most golfers in this field. And then our content starts to come up tomorrow evening. And then, definitely everything will be out by Wednesday. Core report, myself, Tambo's core, and then a cash core. We have my top 30 plays with my exposures, Tambo's slate plan, where he gives you some additional cores and his overall thought process behind making his teams. And then the tier rankings, where we kind of go through and rank each tier, our two favorites. And we have projections now. So we launched those last week. So if you haven't checked them out yet, get on over and check it out. So all that, one low price at SHIPIT Nation for everything, $59 for the month, $599 for the annual package. Like I said, this field is pretty weak, and you can see it right out of the gate here. We have a $10,000 range for guys that, for the most part, aren't in this range. Cam Young coming off a solid week last week at 10.9, Finau 10.6, Sungjae 10.3, and then Hideki at 10K flat. Uncomfortable price tags, obviously. Cam Young, a couple decent finishes in a row. 6th at the John Deere, and then 8th last week at the Open Championship. So back-to-back solid. He had a rough stretch for a while. Tony Finau's game still in pretty rough shape. 10.6, tough to pay that price tag. Sungjae at 10.3, decent last week for the first time in a while. 20th. I guess he's been 29th or better in 3 out of 4. So not too bad. And then Hideki, he always scares me in these just like crap fields. Like, what's he going to do? The past week, 13th, but like the Rocket Mortgage missed the cut. 10K flat for him. I don't know. I mean, I guess Cam Young, can he continue the heater? It's an easy course. He's probably my favorite up here, but I'm nervous about the rest of them, to be honest with you, especially Finau. I just don't know where his game's at. It's been a disaster. So I guess Cam Young up here, and then I don't know what else. We'll talk about it in more depth tomorrow. You get in the 9K range, though, and this is where you really start to see the weakness of the field. Rio at 9.7, down to Cam Davis at 9K flat. And then Justin Thomas is in there. Justin Thomas has been terrible. I mean, really, really bad. He was terrible last week, shot at 82 in the opening round of the Open Championship, just brutal. Followed up with a 71. He was 11 over on the week. Terrible at the Genesis, missed the cut at the Rocket Mortgage, and then his only bright spot has been at the Travelers, where he finished 9th. And then the cut at the U.S. Open Memorial. I can't do it. I know it's a weak field. Maybe he finds it here. He's motivated to get into the top 70 to make the playoffs. I don't think I can do it. and a lot of these guys in this range, I don't really want to be on. Grillo did finish 6th last week at the Open, but 9-7 all of a sudden for Grillo. Man, that's a tough one. Sepp Straka, first place at John Deere, 2nd last week at the Open. I would definitely play Straka over Grillo, but not very comfortable. Aberg, I'm just going to keep playing him. I've been playing him lately, and the results have been pretty solid. He did miss the cut at the Genesis, but this is a weak field event. I think he can get it done. And then Steven Yeager, I like at 9-1, kind of stands out as a decent play. Please do us that favor, though. Hit that like button and subscribe. Helps us out a lot in growing this channel. And the bigger we get, the more free content that we'll be posting here on this YouTube channel. So like and subscribe. 8K range, more of similar. It's very similar to the 9K range. You got Hadwin, Spawn, Thigala up top. I would probably go with Thigala if you're going in this top range, although he has not been very good. Cut at the Genesis, cut at the Open, but I think he could do much better in these weaker field events. Keith Mitchell will be a play at 8-6. I like Poston. He stands out at 8-4, playing solid golf. Finished 41st last week at the Open, but I mean, that's pretty solid for him. 6 at the Genesis and 6 at the John Deere prior to that. Mark Hubbard, I like at these sort of events. And then Victor Norman. Vincent Norman at 8,100. Had the win at the Barbasol, and then 25th last week at the Barracuda, 24th at the Rocket Mortgage. I like him a lot this week at 8.1K. Hostler, I could play as well. So a few guys there in that 8K range that kind of stand out as plays. 7K range is back to being, just a ton of names here. Last week we did see them drop the minimum price down to 5,500. This week it's back to 6K. So now a lot of people get jammed right here in this 7K range. Some names that stand out. Eric Cole, 7,800. Been playing a lot of him. I'll pull up the recent results. Haven't been great. 60th at the Genesis. That was a pretty strong field, though. 7,800, I like him. Batia coming off the win at the Barracuda. He's 9th at the Barbasol. Another easy event. He's going to have a lot of momentum rolling into this one. I want some exposure to him. If you follow my PGA content, I love myself some Ryan Fox. Was not looking good. He shot a 78 in round 1. A lot of people, Hoops Boy is finally, paying the price here, blah, blah, blah. And then fires a 67 in round 2 to make the cut. Finished 52nd last week. Not great, but made another cut for us. I do like this price, like 7,600. Pretty cheap. Tom Hoagie, 7,500. He missed the cut last week, but man, I think I could get a little bit of him. Austin Eckroat, I think we can get back on. Had a really solid stretch of golf and then missed the cut at the Rocket Mortgage, 65th at the Scottish Open. I think we can get back on him. I'm gonna take some chances on him this week for sure. Dougie Gim was on a really solid stretch, missed the cut at the Genesis. Back over here though, I like him. 7,400. Svensson. Garrick Higo at 74. I've been playing some Higo, and the results have been really good. And he's progressively getting better lately, as you can see. 33rd, 21st, 19th. Like him this week at 7,400. Lee Hodges I've been playing a lot of. He did miss the cut at the Open. Bad fashion, 76, 77. But man, I'll probably give him a chance this week to redeem himself a little bit. What's Ches Reeve been up to? 55th at the Barracuda. That is certainly not great. Maybe some Ches. We'll have to look into that one a little bit. Nick Hardy at 72. I have some interest in. Nate Lashley, I like on these easier courses, 7,200. Matthew Neesmith, 71. That kind of stands out to me. Will Gordon, 7,100. MJ Dafu. I do like him. He's made a lot of cuts in a row, $7,100. I think it's a very fair price tag. Callum Tarrant now, he's kind of like Stewie Sink made a little bit of a run there last week. 23rd at the Open. Yeah, maybe we can go back to some Stuart Sink there. So that's the 7K range. A lot of guys in that range. Obviously, we'll have more in-depth analysis on tomorrow's show, 2 p.m. Eastern with myself and Tambo. Going down to the 6Ks, Chesson Hadley had that T6 last week at the Barracuda. 6,900 seems like a pretty fair price tag for him. I could get behind that. Troy Merritt, 69, finally showed some signs of life. He had the 17th at the Rocket Mortgage, 17th at the John Deere, and then a couple poor performances after that. I'll have a little bit. Harry Hall, 6,800, I think, is a play here for us. Carson Young, can we get back on Carson Young? Because I was playing a lot of him. It was going well, and then it stopped going well. 6,800, yeah, I'll have some. Malnati, Patton Kazire down here. Let's see what else. Robbie Shelton. What's Robbie Shelton been doing? Missing a lot of cuts, and he's been really bad. So maybe no Robbie Shelton. What about this Goya guy? Yeah, I could play some Goya, 6,500. So we'll be digging deeper, obviously, into the 6K range on tomorrow's show with myself and Tambo. A lot of names down here, but man, there's not much. What about Zach Blair? Ooh, man, he had that second at the Travelers. Yeah, we'll be more in-depth look tomorrow on the show. We'll hammer out some more guys down here in the 6K range that kind of stand out, but it's tough, man. It's a weak field as well. But again, I'm fairly confident we can dig through and find some winners this week. Written content will start to come up probably tomorrow evening, and then everything will be finalized by Wednesday. But you're going to be overpaying. You're going to be paying some price tags that are not comfortable on a lot of these guys. There's just no way around it. Even that 10K range, nothing safe about those guys in the 10K range either. So we'll dig in this week, see what we can find. But that's going to do it here for the PGA First Look, SHIPITNation.com. Check it out. And like I said, we'll be back tomorrow, myself, Tambo, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here on this channel with a more in-depth breakdown of this field. See you guys tomorrow.